This is my dear friend Jalal Merhi. He's a producer, owns a film company called Film One. And Jalal and I met, I think, at the Cannes Film Festival back in the late 80s, early 90s. And I did a couple of movies for Jalal. He even had me co-produce some movies with him. But Jalal knew me, well, for many years when I had the whole business going on at the ranch, the nude photography business. So I was doing the acting, but I also had this business. So you came to my ranch many times.
Yes, I did. I met you through Alan Solomon and Shapiro Clickenhouse at the time. And we were talking about hiring you for a production to be in a movie.
I think I had some little B movie that I'd produced,
yes.
And you had a whole line of action movies that you'd done.
We talked quite a bit about you being in a role. Then you got busy. You had something else, so you were not in that specific film. Then a few years later, you were in 3 of my films in the circuit, 1, 2, and 3. But I think we built our friendship after I visited your ranch once. And you had a company with a couple of other ladies.
Indigal Productions, yeah.
So
that was a production, mainstream movie production company.
Right, and one of your ladies came to my studios in Toronto, and we're talking about producing bigger budget films. That didn't work out, but what I realized, and I found out you were the person funding that production after, and also I found out how credible you are. You kept your word for them regardless of anything, something or nothing came out of the production. You still covered everything.
Oh, thank you.
Then I came into your ranch, and I realized the vastness of your business. You're not just a cute girl. Initially, when someone met you, and I'm talking 30 years ago, they would think, oh my God, she's so cute, and they would think you're just a bubbly little wannabe starlet. No, you actually had a business, and you had employees, and you had 48 acre ranch with multiple buildings, shooting studios. And that's when I started renting your ranch from time to time to use for production.
Yeah, we shot a few films or parts of films at my
different
ranch.
Parts, different scenes we used in there. Even the ending of Talons of the Eagle, I think, for one shot, we did 1 or 2 shots, like sunrise, sunset, being on the mountain with Billy Blanks. We just did 1 shot there as the ending when we're going, driving away. No, I think it was Expect No Mercy. Driving away.
You blew up cars on my ranch.
Yes.
You did all kinds of crazy fight scenes and action things.
And for a while, I left a trailer, a movie that we used as for the movies. I left for years at your place, and you were so generous that you allowed me to leave it there. You didn't charge me rent for it. So
we had a lot of crazy things. I think back when we were shooting the circuit movies, the internet had really gone crazy, and we were, I don't know if you saw any of that was going on at the ranch, but we were selling photos and doing a lot of photo production.
Well, what happened, I would bring the set builders, and they will go try to move your stuff around, and they will move some boxes. Then they would say, did you see the boxes of stuff, naked girls that are there? So you had loads and loads of those, and I talked to you. He said, yeah, just put them, keep them safe, whatever, and this is my business, whatever it is. And I think I stayed overnight once there when you were shooting one of those movies, and it was a bit hard to sleep, listening to the humming and whatever, moaning. But regardless of any of that, the seriousness is you treated everything as a business. You were like some people would promise, many producers or other guys promise I'll do this, I'll do that, and they'll back off last minute, and they use the term, give you my word, or a man's word means nothing sometimes. Your word was a bond. You never ever changed your word, regardless how it ended up in the end, if it worked out or not. You always kept your part of any commitment that we did, and to me that's the most credible thing any person could do. I was shocked when you did a change into the spiritual, but I wasn't as shocked because I know you personally. You always had it in you. You always had a smile, whatever you've done. Things will go. You had so many problems and situations that arise. You always were steady and had a smile and hoped for a better day and knew you'll have a better day.
Yeah, I think you saw me through a few relationships.
Yes, yes, you had.
Kind of advised me a couple of times. I think at one point I was hurt by this one producer, and he was drop dead gorgeous, and you said, "Why would you want to date somebody that's so good looking?"
Yeah, but I think you enjoyed yourself with him for a while. That's okay. But no, you've had your share of gorgeous men, and I mean, you respected, my friendship very much so, and we built a friendship, and I think that's what's really enduring. We built a friendship. You respect my marriage. I respected whatever you've done, and your relationship, and I think that's why we continued being as friends.
Yeah, we've been friends like 30 years,
Close
probably
to
now.
30 years, yes. So your location over there has been through some major disasters.
Yeah,
from floods.
I had a whole fire wiped out the entire ranch last year.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I admire how you came out of it. You just saved your family and your horses and your animals as much as you could, and moved on. And you said, that's it. That's what's most important.
And we're actually starting to rebuild and do movies again. So we've got movies coming and renting again. So so you'll have to come do your next movie up at the ranch.
We'll use it again. Hats off to you, definitely. I mean, a lot of producers actually call me sometimes, and I call you, oh, this so-and-so is going to call you, because they knew I was shooting there, and people who worked with me, so they figured, oh, you're friends with her, could you get us a better price for the place? I mean, you do what you need to do, but no, your place is now famous, and it is a great location. Definitely, it's an amazing location.
So what do you think about this new book that I wrote, this Sexy Running with Wolves book?
I mean, it's beside sexy. This book has information. This book could have been a lot big. If it was written by a dreamy writer, would have been a lot bigger than it is, because many things that to film it or to explain it will take a lot longer than the way you put it. Like
I'm hoping to do a TV series with it.
I think you'll have something that many people will binge on for weeks and weeks. It's binge worthy. That's hey, if I could help you with anything, I'm there for you.
Oh, well, thank you, Jalal.
Thank you. I'm sweating now.